Hello friends, didn't I tell you that gold below 1895 is a good to sell, 1880 is the target achieved, 2324 silver achieved, and for NG and oil I had asked yesterday to remain long and both have rose nicely. I hope you all profited. Now what is going to happen today? Let's have a look with the help of candlestick charts and indicators. I'll be giving you the trading levels. Do listen to it carefully and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can stay tuned with the latest analysis. The analysis for indices including Dow Jones, Nasdaq, FTSE 100, Germany and India is going to upload soon, and the next video will be up for US cash session for specifically gold, Dow Jones and Nasdaq. So press the bell icon. Let's start the day with gold first. Gold right now trading at 1884 level. Now this is the hourly charts for gold, clearly taking a support at 1880 levels. Very strong support at the bottom of the channel here. If it breaks 1880 here, we may see a very strong fall. The fall may try to take it towards 1860 levels. I'll be careful with the longs till the time it is below 1895. Again I am repeating, till the time it is below 1895 I'll be cautious with the long. So mark this level now, and yes, at the end I will give you the summary also, so do watch till the end. Here stochastic looking upwards on the hourly charts. MACD is running in sell side and running oversold here. Now let's have a look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, see, on the 2-hour charts on the contrary, it appears that one pattern, see, it is trying to narrow down or consolidate in this zone. Only if it breaks now today, yes, you can go long if you see it trading above 1890 levels, and I will say still 1895 is going to be larger resistance. You can see multiple lines cluttering out here. At the same time, trading below 1880, one can go short, one can see a sharper fall on the downside. 2-hour stochastic trading oversold. MACD is running on sell, running parallel, and RSI is also oversold. And if you look at the 3-hour charts, similarly on the 3-hour charts, see, it is trying to form a ladder out there. Steps are getting created, and any reversal from here can be considered if it tries to break beyond 1890 levels, 1892 levels. Yes, beyond that the target is going to be 1895 and 1900. This is going to be a larger, stronger target. So this is a confirmation of reversal is only beyond 1890. Once it trades beyond 1890, you can go long, and once it trades below 1880, yes, you have to go short. We may see a sharper red candle below 1880 levels. The candle can be of can lead to almost $10, $20 drop. So we have to be cautious if it continues whichever way. Now look at the stochastic. This is oversold here, but it's still looking downwards, and MACD is almost running parallel, and RSI is oversold on the 4-hour charts, indicating this is weak out there. Now look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts, you will find that it is still trying to create this downward movement, and possibly if it breaks 1880, we may see a sharper drop, which will try to at least first hit towards 1870, 1865 and 1860 levels. Remember, I told you that below downside 1840 levels again will come into picture, which is going to remain a stronger support. So but how far this could go, let's have a more look out at it. 1880 is the level it has to break. If it breaks, we should be looking at a sharper drop. On a 4-hour chart, stochastic is oversold, MACD and RSI both running oversold. Now let's have a look at the daily charts. On the daily charts, see, one observation to make here is this candle, the intermediate candle after this big fall is, we have to ignore. This was just a minor retracement candle after the bigger drop. And if you look at the previous candle, this is this has created lower highs and lower lows, so indicated potential bearishness. Now after this green candle, this is the first candle, so potentially we have to look at a second red candle also. Now previous candle was almost from 1905 to 1880, almost $25 move, and hence from here if it breaks below 1880, we can expect, see, it has to be shorter than the previous candle, yes, possibly, and the target could be at around 1865, 1860 levels, which it might try to achieve, and 1860 is a larger, stronger resistance. 1865 too is a stronger resistance. So if it continues to drop below 1880, one can see 1870, 1865 and 1860 levels. Now stochastic is oversold, hence a potential rise has to be expected. But look at the MACD here. MACD again is wide and divergent, and now it is trying to stabilize here. So maybe a red candle of same size can be expected, and from there the convergence must start and it may try to act bullish. So I will be watchful. Still the high or the peak is done, that is what it appears. RSI is near to oversold. So considering this, it appears one can go short below 1880 levels. The target is 1870, 1865, 1860 levels. It may see a sharper drop below 1880 levels, but it has to sustain, and yes, it has to come back again on the downside. At the same time, any long entry is recommended beyond 1890 levels. Beyond 1890, the target is 1895, 1897, 1900. These three levels are going to remain a fairly strong resistance for gold today. And if it tries to break 1900, we may see a sharper rise again towards 1905, 1910 levels. So take your positions accordingly. Don't trade between 1880 and 1890 levels. In between these $10, we have to stay cautious. Now let's have a look at silver. Now look at the charts for silver, taking the support at 2325 levels here, and this is also the bottom of the channel here. Now if it breaks 2320 levels, one may see a sharper fall. Look at this, it is also trying to create a ladder out there. One can expect a sharper red candle if it continues to trade below 2324 levels. Also look at this, stabilize here, then sharper drop, and it is trading in this channel, hence right now appear to be bearish. Also this must be oversold. Let's have a look. Yes, on the hourly charts and on the 2-hour charts as well, it is oversold. MACD is almost running parallel. It has still got some room for it to drop. Now look at the 2-hour charts closely. See, drop, retracement, drop almost covering the same levels. Half the way it has retraced back, and now a drop. Now look at this, it is trying to take another support here. So from here there is a possibility that it may try to achieve the high at around 2350 levels. So even if it tries to rise beyond 23, let me show you, if it tries to rise beyond 2335 here, yes, you can expect, if it trades beyond 2335, 36, it can try to achieve 2345 and 2350 levels, which are going to remain a stronger resistance for silver. Look at the stochastic and RSI as oversold. Now let's have a look at the 3-hour charts. On the 3-hour charts, you will find that it is trying to take 3 candles consistently, trying to take a support from 2325, 2324 levels. So possibly a rise beyond this, rise beyond 2335 and 2340 specifically, that will be considered as a reversal. Beyond 2340, one can again expect it to hit 2350 first target, 2360 second target. Beyond 2360, that is a reversal which will try to take it towards 2380 levels. So yes, 3-hour charts, it is oversold. MACD is in green, but however trying to cross over. RSI is near to oversold levels. Look at the 4-hour charts. On the 4-hour charts too, similar is the observation. However, it is trying to trade in a narrow zone. So yes, one can go long beyond 2340. The target is 2340, 2350, 2360 levels, and the drop below 2320 will take it towards 2300 for sure. Now look at the stochastic, here is oversold. However, still there is a variance, there is a gap, and still it has the potential to drop further. MACD running parallel, RSI is oversold here. And if you look at the daily charts, see, on the daily charts, it has formed a double bottom out there clearly. The high of this channel is at 2350 clearly. So a potential rise beyond 2335, rather I say that you can go long beyond 2335, 36 zone. Then the target is 2345, 2350 levels, it may try to achieve. Also look at this, a reversal confirmation is only if it trades beyond 2360. Now also one has to look at the candles there, what does the candles are stating. Now look at the daily candles, it is trying to get stabilized here. So yes, if it breaks 2320, we may see a sharper drop, and if it continues to rise from here, that should be considered as a reversal. It may come back till towards the half the way, till towards 2400 possibly, if it continues to rise. So we have to be a little bit cautious here. Yes, it is oversold and a rise has to come in silver, and MACD is also wide and divergent. From here it should start converging, so I will be watchful. RSI too is oversold, hence it has to bounce back. If not today, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then next week. It has to bounce back strongly, may try to come back till towards 2400 levels. This is my expectation. So yes, for the day you can go long at 2336 levels with a stop loss at 2320, and the target is 2345, 2350 and 2360 levels. In fact, if it tries to rise beyond 2360, it may try to hit 2380, 2400 levels. So take your positions accordingly. On the downside, on the contrary, if you see it trading below 2320 levels, one has to go short. The stop loss should be kept at 2336 levels. Below 2320, we may see a sharper top which will try to take it towards 2300, which is going to remain a fairly strong support, and below that also we can see a sharper drop towards 2285 and 2270 levels. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at crude oil. Crude oil trading at 101 levels. You can see it has got a very clear resistance at 102.5 and 101.5 levels, rather 101 levels. These two levels are fairly stronger sideways movement zone for crude oil. Once it breaks below 100.5 here, you can go short. One can expect a sharper drop. This time the drop will not stop soon. It may try to take it again downwards. So one can go short here at 100.5 levels. One can expect the next target at 99.3, and once it breaks 99.3, I will expect it to go till towards 98 and below levels. So how far this could go? See, if you connect the dots here, the target is towards, first is it has to break this zone at 100.5. Once it breaks 100.5, one can expect it to go till towards 99.2 and $98 levels. These are going to remain a fairly strong support zone for crude oil for any further drop. Now look at the daily stock, early stochastic looking downwards, MACD running on sell, RSI is also its comfort zones. And if you look at the 2-hour charts closely, then on the 2-hour charts there is one observation to make, that now see here, this was the rise. If you connect the dots, higher highs have been made, lower highs, and you can clearly see $102 levels and 102.5. It is giving a fairly strong resistance. Failing to go near to these levels, now it is trying to drop again. There is a little support at 101. So as I said, yes, one can go short below 101 here. 100.5 is definitely a first support, and then $100 levels may provide a very strong support for crude oil. So this zone between 100 and 101, I will be observant. If it drops below these levels, definitely it will try to hit this zone at 99.3, 99.4, and below that it will try to go till towards $98 levels. Overbought on the 2-hour charts, MACD is almost running parallel, RSI is not displaying anything. And if you look at the 3-hour charts, similarly on the 3-hour charts, couple of points to make, that lower highs are getting created, and yes, it is trying to look forward to a drop. There is a support here at 100.5 levels, dropping below which one can expect $100 levels and 100.2. These two levels are fairly observant. So in sum, in between 100 and 100.1, we have to be little bit cautious. Yes, you can remain short below 101, and one can expect 100.5, 100.2 and $100 levels, but it can bounce back. But and only reversal confirmation, only sharp drop confirmation is once it trades below $100 levels, where you can expect 99.3 and $98 levels. So one can take positions accordingly. 3-hour charts looking upwards, still bullish. MACD is green, trying to converge here. And if you look at the 4-hour charts, on the 4-hour charts, see on the 4-hour charts, lower highs breaking out. So this candle is trying to break out, indicating there is a bearishness here. Hence one can remain short. As I said in my levels in the previous chart here, that below 101 one can remain short. The target is definitely now going to be $100 levels, and once it breaks $100 levels, I will expect 99.3, 99.2 zone. Below that one can also expect a $98 level. Now look at the stochastic here, is near to overbought, however it's still bullish. And yes, you can see MACD is trying to converge and cross over on a sell. RSI is not displaying either overbought or oversold levels. Now look at the daily charts here. Couple of observations to make on the daily charts. Previous candle, low, higher lows, indicating that bears are definitely not in control. And if you connect the dots here for the highs, you will find the bulls are neither in control here. Hence a breakout has to happen, and a breakout, see, it is already in downtrend in the long term, but still getting support at $95 levels. I have always told this zone at 95 level and 94 level is fairly strong resistance for crude oil to drop further, and that is what has happened here too. Now it has to break past 102.5 and it has to break past this zone at 99.2. So once it drops below 99.2, one can expect it may first target is 98 and then the next target is 96 levels. So one can expect a sharper drop if it drops below 99.3 levels, 99.2 levels. I'll be watchful of that level specifically. Now look at the daily charts. On the daily charts you'll find, see, if you look on the larger run, lower highs are getting created. If you look at the larger run, higher lows are getting created. So in between 105 to 95, these levels are almost are uh, acting as a consolidation zone now, and lower highs are getting created, higher lows are getting created, taking the support in this zone. And yes, it may try to again trade in between this level. However, we have to benefit, and that is why any long entry today is above 102.5, any short entry is 100.5 levels. Rather, one can remain short below 101 levels itself. In between 101 and 102.5, I will not recommend. Rather, you can take 101 and 102 levels. One can not trade. Above 102, yes, you can go long for 102.5. Beyond that, the sky is the limit. It will try to hit 104 levels again, and beyond that, it will fly towards 106, 108 levels. And on the downside, if it breaks 101, one can expect 100.5, 100.2, 99.3 and $98 levels. So take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at natural gas. Now this is the hourly chart for NG, getting the support here at $7.3 levels and little resistance at 7.4 here. Once it breaks past 7.4, again we can expect it to go back till towards 7.55, 7.6 levels. On the downside, if it tries to break 7.3, one can expect that 7.25 is the first target, 7.2 is the next target. And if you look at the stochastic, is almost trading in a neutral zone. MACD is also trying to converge here, trying to enter into sell zone. RSI is near to oversold. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, on the 2-hour charts as well, similar is the observation. A ceiling has been formed here at $7.4 levels, and yes, only if it breaks 7.4, I'll confirm this as a bullish move, and it may try to rise strongly beyond 7.4 levels. Again, the target is going to be 7.55, 7.6 levels. And on the downside, 7.2 is a fairly strong support, then $7 levels, which are going to remain a very strong support. So yes, you can go short below 7.3. The target is 7.2, 7.2, and below that 7.02 levels will come into picture. MACD white divergent is still in green. RSI is near to oversold zones. And if you look at the 3-hour charts, $7 levels, fairly very strong support level now, and 7.2 is definitely a strong support. And if you look at the trade here, it is trading in this upward bullish channel, and hence the support here at 7.2 is fairly strong, and only if it breaks 7.2 today, one can expect that there is little bearishness here. 3-hour stochastic again looking upwards. MACD is white divergent on buy side. RSI is near to overbought levels. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, similarly on the 4-hour charts, taking the support at 7.3 here, it is trying to rise. Any rise beyond 7.4 is again a good level to go long. There is a support at 7.2 on the downside. If it breaks 7.3, one can take a target of 7.2, 7.22, and then towards 7.1 levels, $7 levels can be achieved. On the upside, breaking 7.4, one can expect it to hit 7.55 levels. 4-hour stochastic looking downwards, and MACD is white divergent in green. RSI is near to overbought. Now let's have a look at the daily charts here. On the daily charts, the next candle is yet to form on this. However, look at the rise, retracement, taking the support, again forming a U. This is also U-turn. This is also reversal. After lower highs, it is trying to break out, and this is the first candle after the breakout. So possibly once it breaks, once you see it trading beyond this zone at 7.5 again, today we may see a sharper rise in NG, where it may try to take it towards $7.8 levels. So a sharper rise can be expected. If it trades beyond 7.5, one can expect a sharper rise. So in sum, one can go long above 7.4. The target is going to be 7.5 and beyond. Beyond that, $7.8 levels also can be seen. It may try to show you stronger rise, stronger move beyond $7.5 levels. On the downside, yes, you can go short at 7.3, where you can expect $7.2 levels as a very strong support. Below that $7 levels definitely is going to remain a very strong support for the day. So trade accordingly. Now look at this, is daily stochastic looking upwards. MACD trying to converge. It was on sell, trying to converge on the buy side. RSI is now again trying to enter into overbought zone. Considering this, as I told, don't trade between 7.4 and 7.3, and keep a 0.01, 0.02 cushion also on the either sides. Take a entry above these, above 7.4 levels. Target is going to be 7.55, 7.5, 7.55 first target, and then it will try to hit 7.8 levels, 7.7 levels. These levels are going to remain a fairly stronger resistance if it continues to rise. On the downside, trading below 7.3, one can take a short entry for 7.22 levels. 7.2 levels are going to remain a very strong support for NG today. Any break below 7.2, yes, there is an indication that it is going to be a red day. The target is towards $7 levels, and below that it may try to go back till towards 6.9, which is going to remain a fairly strong support. So take your positions accordingly. This is all for commodities. And yes, if you have any trading or training related queries, you can reach out to me via Telegram or email. Also, you can be part of my mentorship batch, which is starting on 9th of May. Learn the strategy and definitely you will profit. So reach out to me via Telegram or email. Both IDs are mentioned in the video and channel description. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.